When the entertainment world is dotted with unexpected surprises, nothing is more enthralling for BTS fans than the unexpected moments of their members. However, there was one moment that recently surprised many, including loyal ARMY fans. You must have heard about Jimin, one of the most charismatic members of BTS, who suddenly revealed a confession that sparked a lot of questions. What exactly did he say? What does this have to do with Jungkook, one of the ARMY's most beloved members? How could this Jimin reaction change the way we see the dynamics of this legendary group? And more surprisingly, did Jungkook know about this before? If you think that you already know everything about BTS, prepare yourself to be surprised, as this is a story full of emotions, surprises, and unanswered questions. Read more and discover how Jimin rocked the ARMY with unexpected statements that might even surprise Jungkook himself. The first shock began in a recent interview, when Jimin, known for his gentle yet passionate nature, gave a surprising answer. During a seemingly casual question-and-answer session, Jimin suddenly revealed a statement that not only shook the fans, but also attracted the attention of the international media. While speaking with his trademark bright smile, Jimin mentioned something that made the atmosphere of the room change instantly. He spoke in a very different way than usual, as if there was a heavy burden on his heart that had to finally be revealed. Fans couldn't contain their curiosity, and social media was filled with mixed reactions. What did Jimin really say? And why is confession so important? Some fans on the social media platform speculated that Jimin may be referring to a personal feeling he has long hidden. Some suspect that the statement could be related to the dynamics in the group, or it could even be a feeling he feels towards fellow members. However, what really happened behind Jimin's words? As soon as Jimin said the phrase, the reaction of the ARMY around the world came so quickly. The video clip of the interview went viral in a matter of minutes, with thousands of comments spread across every social platform. A large number of fans began to feel concern, while others felt bewilderment. What did Jimin's words mean? Is this a signal of a major change in the relationship between BTS members? Even more interesting, some fans attributed Jimin's statement to a previous interaction between him and Jungkook. Did Jungkook know about Jimin's feelings? Or was this a completely unexpected surprise for the lead vocalist? The ARMY began to wonder, was this a sign of a bigger announcement to come? As news of Jimin's confession spread, it wasn't long before the big question arose. Did Jungkook know about this? Although the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook is often described as very close, with the two having a very deep closeness, many wonder if Jimin feels comfortable enough to open up to Jungkook first. Or is this something that really surprised Jungkook as well? If you recall some of the intimate and funny moments between Jimin and Jungkook that are often shared on social media, you can definitely feel the strong bond between the two. However, the statement Jimin made recently feels different. It was not just about friendship, it was even deeper, as if there was a previously inexpressible emotional layer. Various speculations have emerged. Some fans expressed that they felt there was more going on behind the scenes. Some believe that Jimin could have been trying to tell Jungkook something more personal, while others feel that this is just part of a larger psychological game. With all the puzzles revealed, many wonder if Jungkook will respond soon or will he let things get even more mysterious. However, what was more surprising than Jimin's words was the reaction of the other BTS members. If Jimin's confession surprised fans, the reactions coming from the rest of the group actually added an incredible layer of tension. Although each member has a large role in the group, Jimin and Jungkook are often in the media spotlight due to their unique relationship dynamics. So, when Jimin said something unexpected, the whole world was waiting for an answer from Jungkook, and more interestingly, from the other members. What will happen next? Is it time for BTS to open a new chapter in their journey? Will the feelings expressed by Jimin affect the group going forward? Or will everything remain a mystery waiting to be solved? Jimin's confession was not just an ordinary conversation. This is an important moment that could change the way we see BTS and their relationship. Every statement, every reaction, every touch of emotion that comes from BTS members has a huge impact, not only for them, but also for the fans who have supported them over the years. Along with these revelations, many began to ask, do we really understand everything that happens behind the scenes? Do we see only a small part of the real dynamics? Or is this BTS's way of inviting us to go deeper into their complex and full of surprises relationship? After reading about this surprise, we want to hear what you think. What do you think of Jimin's shocking statement? Do you believe Jungkook knows more than we think? How do you see the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook after this confession? Feel free to leave a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for the latest BTS news and other surprises to come. Of course, after Jimin revealed the shocking confession, many began to question what was really going on inside BTS. It is common knowledge that the relationship between BTS members is very close, but when Jimin suddenly made such a shocking statement, there were voices that began to doubt the extent of their closeness. There is speculation that Jimin's confession is not just a matter of personal feelings, but also has to do with a larger dynamic within the group. Is BTS starting to experience internal tensions that have never been revealed before? Some fans expressed concern that there could be a deeper problem, which had been hidden behind the members' cheerful smiles. Not a few suggested that maybe Jimin felt pressured to keep BTS' perfect image in the public eye, while on the other hand, he was trying to open up in a more authentic way. However, there are also those who speculate that Jimin's confession could be a tactic to trigger greater interest from fans. In an entertainment world that is increasingly full of drama and surprises, did Jimin deliberately create moments like this to shake the army and the entertainment world in general? Many have wondered if this is just part of a larger marketing strategy, which aims to keep media and fan attention focused on BTS. Even more controversial is how Jungkook will respond to Jimin's confession. Over the years, the closeness between Jimin and Jungkook has always been in the spotlight, with many fans seeing their relationship as something very close and full of meaning. However, does Jungkook really know about what Jimin revealed? There are theories circulating that Jungkook may not be fully aware of what is going on behind the scenes, and this could be fueling tensions between the two. If we talk about tensions within BTS, this is not the first time there has been this kind of speculation. It was reported that some BTS members were uncomfortable with the direction of the group's growing career, while others felt pressured by the high expectations placed on them by the media and fans. With Jimin's confession, the big question arises: is this a signal that BTS is starting to face bigger problems than we thought? Some argue that BTS is now at a crisis point. If before, they were able to maintain their closeness successfully, now there is a tension that is beginning to be felt. Perhaps Jimin felt that he had to express his feelings in order to tell the world that not everything is as beautiful as it seems. Is this a sign that BTS is entering a more complex phase in their journey as a group? And if so, how will this affect them going forward? However, there is also a view that Jimin's confession is just a new step in their more personal and more honest journey. Haven't they always kept a very controlled image? Perhaps it's time for BTS to be more open about the struggles and challenges they face behind the scenes. Is this Jimin's way of letting fans know that behind their cheerful smiles, there is a deeper story, which the public may not know much about yet? Of course, this kind of speculation provokes heated debate among fans. Some argue that BTS should have kept their personal details private, while others feel that this kind of transparency actually makes them more human and closer to fans. However, what is certain is that Jimin's confession has sparked an unusually large wave of conversation. A small statement, but the impact was huge, and now the whole world is waiting for what will happen next. What's most interesting of all is how Jungkook and the rest of the cast will react to the developing story. Will they give an explanation or just let everything remain a mystery? As the story develops, many are wondering if this will be the beginning of a big change in BTS, or if we will only see this as one small chapter in their long journey. For ARMY fans, this is a time of tension and curiosity. It seems that the BTS world that we know so far, which seems so perfect, is starting to show cracks that could pave the way for a much more complex and emotional story. So are we prepared to accept the fact that there may be more going on behind the scenes than we think? Or is it just a big game designed to attract more people's attention? Let's not forget that the world of entertainment is a world full of intrigue, and BTS, despite their incredible success, remain human beings with their own feelings and challenges. So, if you're a BTS fan, don't just get hung up on the convenience of being shown on screen. There's a lot more story we need to dig into, and perhaps we're just seeing the beginning of it all now. The tempestuous question is whether the ARMY will continue to support them regardless of what happens behind the scenes. Will they stick together, despite the tension that is beginning to be felt? Or will this recognition change the way they see BTS forever? Along with these developments, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you feel that Jimin's confession is only part of a larger strategy, or do you think there is much more hidden? Share your opinion in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe to get the latest updates from the BTS world. More surprises may be coming soon, and we should all be prepared for what will be revealed next. But what exactly prompted Jimin to make such a sudden statement? Many allege that this is no longer just an emotional confession, but a form of subtle defection to the official narrative that has been so closely guarded by their agencies. Is this a silent protest? Or does Jimin want to send a hidden message to someone, maybe to the fans, maybe also to Jungkook, or even to the South Korean entertainment industry that is full of pressure and often forces idols to live in falsehood? Not a few entertainment industry observers immediately refer to this as psychological rebellion. In a world full of imagery, the freedom to speak honestly could be considered a radical act. So when Jimin chose to voice his heart when everything seemed stable and under control, didn't it reflect that the pressure he felt could no longer be hidden? Is this also Jimin's way of saying that he is fed up with the demands of a perfect image and the relationship between the members who always have to look harmonious in front of the camera? Even more confusing is how the agency did not provide official clarification in a quick time. Usually, when an issue spreads like wildfire, a PR statement from management will immediately appear to calm the storm. But this time, silence. And that silence actually makes the atmosphere more tense. Many are beginning to suspect that there is a real conflict simmering within them, a conflict that may have been buried for a long time but only now comes to the surface because of constant pressure. The question now becomes sharper. Is Jimin speaking on his own behalf, or is he actually bringing the voices of others in the group who dare not speak up? Are there any other members who feel the same way, but choose to remain silent for fear of the consequences from the agency, the media, or even overly fanatical fans? If so, then this is no longer just about the emotions of an artist. This has touched on freedom of expression in the midst of idol culture that demands uniformity. It's about how celebrities in Korea have to silence their human side in order to maintain image perfection. And ironically, when finally someone like Jimin dared to take the risk to be honest, the public was split in two, between those who supported his courage and those who chided him for feeling betrayed. Even crazier, rumors began to appear that some BTS members also experienced severe burnout. These rumors are not without foundation. Many of the old clips began to be dissected again by investigative fans, trying to find loopholes, empty eye expressions, out of sync hand movements. Even heavy breathing during interviews, all used as evidence that BTS had been living in mental stress for too long. Was Jimin just the first to break? And will others follow? Imagine if Jungkook or Taehyung suddenly joined in. The entertainment world is going to explode. The agency will face inevitable pressure. Fans can turn around. And the scariest thing is, maybe BTS will never be the same after that. Most of the army claims to be ready to accept the dark side of BTS if it helps the members be more humane. But is that true? Or do they just want the truth if it stays true to their dream narrative? This is the painful reality of big fandom. Love can turn into invisible pressure, and idols can lose control of their own lives for the sake of pleasing the public. In the live stream sometime after the confession, Jimin looked calmer. But the look in his eyes said something else. He uttered a phrase that sounded very familiar. "Thank you for being with us." But there was a long pause, as if the words were stuck in his throat. The sentence was then greeted by thousands of comments containing love, prayers, and pressure. The army asked for an explanation. They demand certainty. Some even harshly blame the other members for not realizing what happened to Jimin. And here we are now, at the crossroads between unconditional support and possessive love. Between wanting to know and wanting to know. In a world where the privacy of idols is displayed and owned as if they were not human anymore, actions like Jimin's become something very controversial. That's why it disrupts the system. It challenges the already neat order. It shook the illusion. What would happen if it turned out that Jimin's confession was the beginning of a slow split? What will the agency do to muffle or silence? And is the public ready to accept the fact that the relationship between the members is not always as harmonious as it has been exhibited in their variety shows and YouTube content? All these questions do not yet have a definite answer. But one thing is clear, Jimin's honesty opens the gates to a dark side of an industry that for too long hid its suffering with glitter and cheers. If you really care, don't just like and comment. Spread this awareness. Because sometimes, true love isn't about adoring. It's about letting someone be who they are, even if it hurts to accept. Is this the end of BTS as we know it? Or is it the beginning of a new, more honest and humane era? Write your opinion right now. Do you see Jimin as a hero or a traitor? And more importantly, if you were Jungkook, would you forgive or feel betrayed? Wait for the next part, because what will be revealed next may be even more shocking than we thought. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for the continuation of this increasingly hot story.